Welcome to the Petron Motorsport Karting Academy. Young, fast, fearless. Do you have what it takes? From top-of-the-line karts and gear to mechanics and a multi-tiled race mentor. Get to know the basics before the actual drive. Experience the camaraderie with fellow cadets and intermediate karters. Be guided by award-winning assistant coaches. Advanced to a slalom exercise. And learn about racing lines. Walk the track. Get to know the braking and exit points. Follow the leader and apply the racing lines. Get the chance to practice solo drives. Unleash the karter in you at time trials, where the best will prevail. Petron, we groom champions. it takes. From top-of-the-line carts and gear to mechanics and a multi-titled race mentor. Get to know the basics before the actual drive. Experience the camaraderie with fellow cadets and intermediate karters. Be guided by award-winning assistant coaches. Advanced to a slalom exercise. And learn about racing lines. Walk the track. Get to know the braking and exit points. Follow the leader and apply the racing lines. Get the chance to practice solo drives. Unleash the karter in you at time trials, where the best will prevail. Petron, we groom champions. young, fast, fearless. Do you have what it takes? From top-of-the-line carts and gear to mechanics and a multi-tiled race mentor. Get to know the basics before the actual drive. Experience the camaraderie with fellow cadets and intermediate karters. Be guided by award-winning assistant coaches. Advanced to a slalom exercise. And learn about racing lines.
Here we go. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to it.
It's race day Sunday for the Super Karting Series presented by Petron. Today we feature
Round 3 of the Rotax Max Challenge Philippine Series for season 2026, happening alongside the Tillerson T4 Series, the Philippine Series of the Tillerson T4 events. Round number 4, presented by Petron with Petron Blaze 100. We're now making way for the QPs qualifying practice. T4 minis and T4 cadets on your screens. This is going to be the indication of their positions for QH1 before we make way for the lunch hour today. As you can see, we are using the track layout, exempting the sectors here at the Carmona racetrack. We got Mad Films led by CEO Vanjo de Guzman giving you the FB Live action. Shout out to you guys watching the Super Karting Series here at the Carmona racetrack. We are in the south side, outside of Metro Manila. Good morning to Joy Dionisio. Good morning to Romela Mendoza. Romela says, let's go, Mauro. Hi to Gallo Mendoza. Hi to Isa Reyes Garcia. Good morning. Good luck to all racers. Have a safe drive. And hi to Maria Zita Sublime. Let's go, Torch. Good luck, Torch, says Maria Zita. We are live on the T4 Series Pilipinas official Facebook account. If you're not yet a follower of that account, you are watching this on the RMC or the Rotax Max Challenge Philippine Series official Facebook page. It's also available on the T4 Series Pilipinas official Facebook account. Yep, all those who are watching on the T4 Series Pilipinas FB account, this one's also available on the RMC official FB page, Rotax Max Challenge Philippines Facebook account. It's also available on Instagram, and this Facebook Live is also available on YouTube. Motorsport PH. This is a determinant of their positionings. Are they going to be on the front row? The battle will be on the front row during qualifying heat 1.
Earlier was Tillotson T4
Minis and cadets. Now we're looking at the juniors here with Ashton Chua, Nico Noriega, Robin Juliana Ocavillo, Mateo Hipólito, and Marsha Swain Alamo. There's also Zadie De Jesus, Nathan Meyer, Enzo Bano, and Antonio Rosales with Perry Bukai.
Best time on this qualifying practice is Ashton Chua.
This is actually now the qualifying practice for round number 5. Season 2026 for the Tillotson T4 Philippine Series from Patron. Part of our Super Karting Series race weekend here at the Carmona racetrack. Shout out to Joey Liesis and hello to Randy Mitra. Hello Randy, hello Joey. And happy birthday weekend to Jackie Linda Villa. Shout out to everybody from Patron Car Care Center, Bacoor, Cavite. They are rooting for their favorite team, Formula E Racing Management. Hello to everybody from Patron Car Care Center, Bacoor, Cavite. Looking like it's going to be Ashton Chua, a JGM Racing team on pole on the number 88 with a time of 47.425. Congratulations on that. Don't forget to click share for this FB Live to become visible on your Facebook wall. 8:58 is Philippine Standard Time. Yeah, we're done with our 2-4 Mini and 2-4 Cadet CT. Wrapped up the 2-4 Juniors on their qualifying practice. It's going to be time for the 2-4 Seniors, featuring the 168 and the ladies class drivers. It's their turn for their qualifying practice.
Welcome to the Petron Motorsport Karting Academy. Young, fast, fearless. Do you have what it takes? From top of the line karts and gear to mechanics and a multi-tiled race mentor. Get to know the basics before the actual drive. Experience the camaraderie with fellow cadets and intermediate karters.
The drivers right now getting out of the pre-grid area. Tillotson T4 Senior Division drivers. Also those who are, well, doing their QPs for the 6-8 or the 168, the senior 168 category, and the ladies class. A total of 15 drivers for this category, featuring Vito Manos of RS Racing Team. He's on the number 52. There's also Tristan Lavarias of VS Racing Motorsports on the number 53. Yana Castillo, 55 of JGM Racing Team. James Salem, 57 of DRQ Motorsports. Lindsay Mariel Tufo, 62 of Top Spec Racing Team. Zafira Avisado, 66 of JGM Racing Team. Rai Geronimo, 72 of DRQ Motorsports. 𝐜𝐥𝐸 of Drift Motor Racing Team on the number 76. There's also Adam Lopez, 84 of Drift Motor AMG. Wax Deata, 87 of Team Race Lab. Charles Marquestan, 89 of Mercedes Drivers Development Racing Team. Kimi Noriega of 7-Star Garage. Joshua Parsha, 91 of DRQ Motorsports. Sandro Carlota, 95 of Drift Motor AMG. Jaime Almario, 97 of B Racing Team. So we got Yana, we got Lindsay, we got Zafira, we also got Kimmy in the ladies category. For now, you're looking at Charles Marquestan on the number 89, leading this convoy, this trio over here. You see that, number 89. And right behind him is number 76, 𝐜𝐥𝐸 of Drift Motor Racing Team. And number 89, Charles Marquestan, is from Mercedes Drivers Development Racing Team. And the third on this trio is number 90, Kimi Noriega. She's one of our ladies class competitors from 7-Star Garage. On the qualifying practice, this is where they vie for the sweet spots of qualifying heat 1. The best position, of course, is pole and on the front row. Or sometimes on the second row, right behind our pole position driver. So you'll have a very nice slipstream, benefiting from one of the fastest during the qualifying practice, like what's going on over here now. At round number 5 of the Petron T4, the Tillotson T4 Philippine Series presented by Petron. There goes some of their coaches, team members, urging them to go faster, letting them know they're doing very nice, and letting them know that they could do better. It's going to be all about that blistering lap in this 8-minute session. They call it the QP here at round number 5 of the Tillotson T4 Philippine Series 2026 from Petron. So far we are seeing 𝐜𝐥𝐚𝐬𝐞𝐬 coming up with the fastest lap. Caleb on the number 76 of Drift Motor Racing Team. He's there somewhere. There he is. Caleb did a 47.401. Fastest of the session so far, with less than 4 minutes to go. Now 3 minutes and a half remaining. Others could try to catch up or snatch that pole position spot from 𝐜𝐥𝐚𝐬𝐞𝐬. Caleb 47 of Drift Motor Racing Team. And a beautiful Sunday here at the Carmona racetrack. July the 19th. Shout out to Emerson Liano. Let's go number 62. Yeah, rooting for driver number 62, 𝐓𝐫𝐢𝐴𝐷𝐷𝐷𝐷𝐷 a TRT Top Spec Racing Team. She's one of our fast females in the Petron T4 Senior Division. Lindsay 62. Luis Macbaya says, let's go, Robin. Now, we'll see Robin later on. Robin is part of another category. Robin is actually part of the Petron T4 Juniors. Robin Juliana Ocavillo. She's from the Top Spec Racing Team as well on the number 96. Yeah, you saw her earlier, moments ago. James Salem, the second fastest on the number 57 of DRQ Motorsports with a 47.6. Around 0.2 of a second behind 𝐜𝐥𝐚𝐬𝐞𝐬's pace. 47.4 is what Caleb established over here, setting the bar at that high 47, mid 47.401. Yeah, he's driving number 76. He's there somewhere. For now, you're looking at number 97, Jaime Almario of B Racing Team. Followed by number 62 right there, 𝐓𝐫𝐢𝐴𝐷𝐷𝐷 Top Spec Racing Team. Number 72 is also on the screens, Rai Geronimo from DRQ Motorsports Racing Team. The racing team of our good doctors, Mr. and Mrs. Quiñones.
Beautiful morning, 9:09 a.m. We are wrapping up the session.
And it's going to be 𝐜𝐥𝐸𝐿 and his fastest lap of 47.401 will be benefiting the most out of this qualifying practice. He's going to be on the front row. He's going to be leading the pack during qualifying heat 1. That'll happen later on at 10:30. Time right now, 9:09 in the morning. And in just a little bit, we're going to make way for our Tillotson T4 Bambinos for their very own qualifying practice. Get to meet some of our youngest drivers in our Patron Tillotson T4 Bambino category. Round number 5 of the Patron T4 Philippine Series here at the Carmona racetrack, part of our weekend for the Super Karting Series happening alongside the RMC, the Rotax Max Challenge Philippine Series. After the QP, they go to the pits and have a chat with the teams, come up with adjustments necessary, and pick up some very important words from the coaches. Each of these teams have some of the renowned line-up of coaches. Some of the best in Philippine motorsport. The fastest ladies, fast driver in that Tillotson T4 Senior Division is 𝐂𝐵𝐻. Great job, kids. We see her 47.705, getting the best against Lindsay, Zafira, and Yana. 47.705 by 𝐂𝐵𝐻, the number 90 from 7-Star Garage. Second fastest ladies category is Lindsay. Lindsay Mandiel, 52, top federation team. In a 48.183. And third fastest is Zafira of Visado 66. A JGN racing team. 3 overall, or on the far row, you're going to be expecting to be on the number 76 racing team. Alongside James Sailing 57. RT Motorsport. You're going to be expecting Donovan 72 Motorsport as well. And the second row alongside Vito Manas 52 of RS Racing Team. And the third row will be occupied by Charles Marcus Tan of Mercedes Rapid Development Racing Team. He'll be alongside our fastest ladies class driver, the 90 𝐷 Garage. That's the rows of drivers will be announced later on. Patron T4 Senior, round number 5 of our series for 2026. A look at the podium stage and the pre-grid area. See the huge Sparko logo going on our podium stage. There's also the Toyota Gazoo Racing logo. Left side of it. Look at it on this segment of the track, it's cloudy, but on this section of the track, you can see some of the blue up in the skies. It's not really a sunny day. This is going to be very beneficial for our very hard-working track marshals. Shout outs to our always hard-working track marshals, medical team, and of course, salute to our race officials at the steward's office. And the rest of the team here today, giving you the Sunday edition of this weekend Super Karting Series from Patron, featuring round number 4 of the RMC, Rotax Max Challenge Philippine Series round 4. And of course, round number 5 of the T4 Series, Philips and T4 Philippine Series, all courtesy of Petron. We want you guys to watch this.
Karting Academy. Young, fast, fearless. Do you have what it takes? From top of the line carts and gear to mechanics and a multi-tiled race mentor. Get to know the basics before the actual drive. Experience the camaraderie with fellow cadets and intermediate karters. Be guided by award-winning assistant coaches. Advanced to a slalom exercise. And learn about racing lines. Walk the track.
QP for our cuties, the Bambinos here. Round number 5 for season 2026. For the lineup of Bambinos, we have 𝐷𝐴𝐿𝐕𝐄𝐒𝐓𝐑𝐄𝐌 of Mercedes Drivers Development Racing Team on the number 1. We're looking at number 171, that's Madison Riggs of Drift Motor AMG. Madison Riggs on the number 171. And right behind is number 174, Lucas Bayan from Drift Motor AMG as well. We have a lot of promising drivers representing Drift Motor AMG. The collaboration of Drift Motor Racing Team together with AMG. Now that's number 146. 𝐷𝐴𝐿𝐕𝐄𝐒𝐓𝑑𝐄𝐌. He's part of the Mercedes Drivers Development Racing Team campaign for Bambino. There's also on the lineup over here Selena Suba on the number 150 from DS Racing Motorsports. She's here somewhere. Selena Suba on the number 150. Another look at Lucas. Lucas buying 174. And the Madison Riggs 171. Our young drivers for the Bambino category of Drift Motor AMG. There goes driver number 148, Basti Dumlau. He's one of our fast ones here as well. He's part of Drift Motor AMG. He is actually, well, the fastest over here now with a 58.928. 58.928 is the fastest lap of this session, courtesy of number 148, Basti Dumlau. And you just saw number 153. Oh, this is 153, Enzo Bautista, another one from Drift Motor AMG. Franco Alvallera of Mercedes Drivers Development Racing Team. There goes a look at number 150. That is DS Racing Motorsports' girl racer. She is third fastest on this session so far from DS Racing Motorsports. Shout out to Dindo Paskugin. What up, Sir Dindo? And everybody from AC Lights and Sounds. AC Lights and Sounds. Hi to Rocky Umali. Let's go. Ashton says Rocky on the comments. Evelyn Diego says, let's go, Lucas. Shout out to Emerson Liano, Luis Magpayo, Dustin Fournier. Dustin says, let's go, Leighton. Another nice look at number 153 over here. Enzo Bautista, he's our second fastest. He's in the 59.893. Definitely trying to chase Basti Dumlau's fastest here. Basti is the fastest in the bunch. There you go. We just wrapped up with the 𝐷𝐵𝐿 best performance of that session. He's the best performer on that session with the fastest lap of 58.928 on that recently concluded qualifying practice. Here, round number 5 of the Tillotson T4 Philippine Series featuring our Bambinos. Enzo Bautista comes in second fastest. Enzo with a 59.882. And you're going to be expecting on the second row, it would be Madison Riggs, 171. Alongside Salinas Tuba, 150. Third row will be Lucas Bayan. And then Franco Alvayera alongside Lucas on that third row. Congratulations, 𝐷𝐵𝐿. Representing Drift Motor in collaboration with ASG. Big talent of 𝐷𝐵𝐿. Shout out to Mura Cañete. Hey, thank you, Mura, for watching. Out of Can, La Cata, let's go DMRC. Next on our schedule, we're going to make way now for the Mini Manx drivers. Their turn to do their qualifying practice. The goal is to be on the front row, or at least on the second row right behind the pole position driver. Precision Power Performance, Petron Motorsports presents the Super Karting Series featuring the Rotax Max Challenge Philippine Series round number 4 and round number 5 of the T4 Series Philippine event, the Tillotson T4 Cup Philippine Series, live at the Carmona racetrack. If you want to be part of this, we want you to watch this video.
Welcome to the Petron Motorsport Karting Academy. Young, fast, fearless. Do you have what it takes? From top of the line karts and gear to mechanics and a multi-tiled race mentor. Get to know the basics before the actual drive. Experience the camaraderie with fellow cadets and intermediate karters. Be guided by award-winning assistant coaches. Advanced to a slalom exercise. And learn about racing lines. Walk the track. Get to know the braking and exit points. Follow the leader and apply the racing lines. Get the chance to practice solo drives. Unleash the karter in you at time trials, where the best will prevail. Petron, we groom champions.
Mini Max, if you could see the top of your screens, featuring the novices and the experts. It's their turn to do their qualifying practice
For round number 4 of the RMC Season 2026 Rotax Max Challenge Philippine Series presented by Petron. Nice look at driver number 116. That
is 𝐷𝐿𝐿𝐞, JGM Racing Team on the 116. There goes Ryle Almazora 101 from VS Racing Motorsport. And another look at number 116, 𝐷𝐿𝐿𝐞, JGM Racing Team chasing up over here. This guy as well. Ooh, they are fast. The cameras are having difficulty catching them. There goes driver number 128, 𝐜𝐿𝐴LMO, top spec racing team. Driver number 108, Yoan Ang, a JVL Racing Team. Mini Max Round 4 QP is what's happening here on your screens. It feels like it's 4 in the afternoon because it's a cloudy day today, 9:30 in the morning on a Sunday. July 19, 2026. The goal is to be on the front row, to be the pole position driver when it comes to qualifying heats. That's what the qualifying practice is all about. And with these mini max, they go for 46 seconds low. And it's Yoan Ang clocking in the fastest from JVL Racing Team on the number 108. That's him, Yoan Ang, 108. 46.114. Around this track layout we're using over here at the Carmona racetrack, we have exempted the extended sector. They go downhill and they climb up right away onto the chicane to the main straight, and they go for a right-hander, climbing up to this little bit of an elevated sector here at the Carmona racetrack. Still on that elevated segment. They attack a hairpin over here on the right side. Ryle Almazora 101 giving you how it's done. And then they go downhill from here. Literally downhill on the left side, and then the back stretch. They go to the back stretch, leading to the start of the sector 2 usually, and onto a right-hander. From downhill, they climb up to the chicane and onto the main straight once again. There goes lap 1. Hello to 𝐓𝐢𝐕𝐄𝐒𝐓. Hello to Ryle, says 𝐓𝐢𝐕𝐄𝐒𝐓. Watching on the comment section, we see that message. Hello to Cristina de Jesus Magpayo. More power, Patron. Hello to Robin Ocabilio. From your grandma, Cristina de Jesus Magpayo, off of the comments section. These are the Mini Max drivers, with a bar that has been set by Yoan Ang with a 45.877 fastest lap. Yoan Ang, 108 of JVL Racing Team, that's him. And in front of him is 𝐜𝐿𝐴LMO 128, the top spec racing team. Yoan Ang keeping it fire. Super motivated to continue to increase that pace. 45.877 versus Ryle Almazora 101. They're the second fastest on this lineup. Ryle's time is a 45.888. Just around 1/100th of a second different. The difference actually between Yoan Ang's highest level of pace for this bunch most impressive of them all is Yoan Ang, 108. There goes 𝐷𝐿𝐴LMO of JGM. There goes 𝐜𝐿𝐴LMO.
Huge shout out once again going out to our friends from the Patron Car Care Center in 𝐜𝐥𝐸. They're sending some special hellos to Formula E Racing Management. And we are here in Carmona, Cavite, the Carmona racetrack, as Patron presents the Super Karting Series, featuring rounds 3 and 4 of the Rotax Max Challenge Philippine Series and rounds 4 and 5 of the Tillerson T4 Cup Philippine Series. We just wrapped it up with Johan Ang, fastest from JVL Racing Team on the number 108, 45.877. The Mini Max qualifying practice is done. Biggest congrats, Johan Ang. He's going to be leading the pack come later on to qualifying Heat 1. And the qualifying Heat 1 for our Mini Max is going to happen later on at 11:09. Time right now is 9:36. Up next for their qualifying practice, it'll be the Rotax Max Juniors. Oh yeah, on a cloudy Carmona racetrack. We have not double checked the weather app just yet. With the amount of clouds hovering all over Carmona racetrack over here. But on this shot, you can still see some blue skies. But it's starting to look like it's the late afternoon. 9:36 in the morning. We want you guys to watch this next video once again. Our friends from the Patron Motorsports Karting Academy has some very important messages for all of you.
Welcome to the Patron Motorsport Karting Academy. Young, fast, fearless. Do you have what it takes? From top-of-the-line carts and gear to mechanics and a multi-titled race mentor. Get to know the basics before the actual drive. Experience the camaraderie with fellow cadets and intermediate karters. Be guided by award-winning assistant coaches. Advanced to a slalom exercise. And learn about racing lines. Walk the track. Get to know the braking and exit points. Follow the leader and apply the racing lines. Get the chance to practice solo drives. Unleash the karter in you at time trials, where the best will prevail. Patron, we groom champions. Welcome to the Patron Motorsport Karting Academy. Young, fast, fearless. Do you have what it takes? From top-of-the-line carts and gear to mechanics and a multi-titled race mentor. Get to know the basics before the actual drive. Experience the camaraderie with fellow cadets and intermediate carters. Be guided by award-winning assistant coaches. Advanced to a slalom exercise. And learn about racing lines. Walk the track. Get to know the braking and exit points. Follow the leader and apply the racing lines. Get the chance to practice solo drives. Unleash the Carter in you at time trials, where the best will prevail.
Rotax Juniors on their qualifying practice live here at the Carmona racetrack for our race weekend of the Super Karting Series from Petron with Petron Blaze 100. It is round 3 and 4 of the Rotax Max Challenge Philippine Series. Today we're doing round number 4. Yesterday we did round number 3. And it's also rounds 4 and 5 of the 𝐓𝐥𝐚𝐬𝐿 T4 Cup Philippine Series. Yesterday was round number 4. Today we are making it happen. Round number 5. Hello to Ken Kennedy. We're at the comments section. You are seeing driver number 44, Lewis Hamilton's number. That's Tino Zaragoza of Resultado Racing Team. Tino is 3rd fastest so far. Our fastest is Tyler Twanky, 43.408 by Tyler Twanky, 35. He's there somewhere. Tyler Twanky's from Race Lab Weights and Racing Team, by the way. Yep, the new collaboration, Race Lab in collaboration with Weights and Racing Team. There goes number 38. Marcia Swain Alamo of TRT, Top Spec Racing Team. On a cloudy Carmona racetrack at 9:43 in the morning. Makes you feel like it's already late in the afternoon. But yeah, we're just getting things started. As you can see at the top of your screens, it says qualifying practice. In case you'd like to know, qualifying practice is all about the determinants of our positioning on qualifying heat 1. And during qualifying heat 1, that's where they battle it out for several laps. This is where we find out if they're going to be positioned on the front row, second row. Who's going to be on pole? Stick around. So far, it's looking like it's going to be Dayton Pastor 36 of DRQ Motorsports. Setting the bar at 43.046. Dayton Pastor on the number 36. He's there somewhere. For now, this is Elijah Andy Anna, number 46. He's from VS Racing Motorsport. He's also one of our very exciting, very competitive drivers in this Rotax Max Juniors category. Hello to Amy Anna. Saying good luck to Elijah Andy Anna. There goes number 35, Tyler Twanky, in the brand new collaboration by Race Lab and Weights and Racing Team. Tyler Twanky, where is he on the list? Well, you're going to know later on, as soon as Joshua allows us to see it. Joshua, where is it, bro? Okay, so Tyler Twanky is the 3rd fastest on the number 35 with a 43.211. Just right behind Elijah Andy Anna. Elijah is our 2nd fastest. Fastest of them all is Dayton Pastor with a 42.891 now. Now, we're going to give you a look at Dayton Pastor later on. For now, we return with looking at number 44, Tino Zaragoza from Resultado Racing Team. We have Coach Milo Rivera, who's in charge in sharing his knowledge. You know, champion driver Milo Rivera, he plays coach for Team Resultado Racing. There goes number 36 from DRQ Motors, Dayton Pastor. He is fastest on this session. Under the helm of Coach Miguel Quiñones. Yeah, Miguel Q is one of our renowned kart racers here in the country. He has garnered a lot of Golden Wheel trophies, Golden Wheel awards in his career, and he's now been sharing his knowledge with these young drivers, including this guy here, Dayton Pastor, DRQ Motorsports Racing Team. He is fastest. In case you guys want to know, yeah, Dayton Pastor's dad is the Don Pastor, international racing driver, super lap battle champion, who's been making the country proud with his representation of Team Philippines in the United States in the Super Lap Battle Series back in the day. And he's also the nephew of the late, the great Enzo Pastor. More of our fast drivers in this category. Rotax Max Juniors, presented by Patron Blaze 100. So fast. Sometimes the cameras are having difficulty trying to catch him. You're seeing Marcius Rain Alamo of Top Spec Racing Team on the number 38. Marcius' pace is a 43.478, giving him the 6th fastest position in this Rotax Max Juniors QP qualifying practice. Elijah Andiana, the one with the 3rd fastest now, is right behind him, right there on the number 46. Elijah Andiana, we're checkered flagging. We're wrapping up, actually, this QP session for the Rotax Max Juniors with Dayton Pastor's fastest, giving him the advantage for qualify Heat 1 to be at the very front of the pack. On the front row, he'll be alongside Tyler Twanke. So number 36 and number 35 will be on the front row. Dayton 36 and Tyler 35. Tyler Twanke with a brand new collaboration by Race Lab and Wayton Racing Team. You know, Denzel Wayton, also one of our very impressive international racing drivers from Team Philippines. Bagged a lot of trophies in international events with the Philippine flag well represented. Denzel Wayton, Wayton Racing Team in collab with Race Lab. Wonderful job with Tyler Twanke right there. They're going to be starting on the front row for later on's Rotax Max Juniors qualifying Heat 1. Qualifying practice for our Rotax Juniors done. So that means we're going to be making way for our Rotax Max Senior Division Clubman category drivers. Their turn to do their QP runs. Hello to Montana Teal. Let's go, Layton. Says Montana Teal.
have what it takes. From top-of-the-line carts and gear to mechanics and a multi-titled race mentor. Get to know the basics before the actual drive. Experience the camaraderie with fellow cadets and intermediate karters. Be guided by award-winning assistant coaches. Advanced to a slalom exercise. And learn about racing lines. Walk the track. Get to know the braking and exit points. Follow the leader and apply the racing lines. Get the chance to practice solo drives. Unleash the karter in you at time trials, where the best will prevail. Patron, we groom champions.
We return with live videos over here at the Carmona racetrack, southern side outside of Metro Manila, presented by Patron with Patron Blaze 100, the 100 octane fuel from Patron, Patron Blaze 100, the fuel of karting for the Super Karting Series 2026, featuring round number 4 today, Sunday, of the Rotax Max Challenge Philippine Series, happening alongside round number 5 of the Philippine T4 Cup Philippine Series, the Rotax Max Senior category. The attacking the track for the qualifying practice. Shout outs to Shannon Kennedy. Shout outs to Layton and Christine Fournier, also saying hello to Layton. Then goes Montana Teal or Montana Teal. Let's go Layton, all the way from Canada. Thank you for watching. Yeah, Layton Kennedy is going to make an appearance over here now for this Rotax Max Senior Division. Layton Kennedy, number 5 of DRQ Motorsports. Yeah, he is part of the lineup of drivers under coach Miguel Quiñones. Miguel Q, our multiple times champion in kart racing here in the Philippines. Several times recipient of the Golden Wheel Awards in kart racing. Shout out to Miss Rose. Rose Villarama Juaneza. Hello, Miss Rose. And she says, keep safe, everybody. She posted one of the comments here over at the T4 Series Filipinas official Facebook account. This broadcast is also being done over at the Rotax Max Challenge Philippine Series FB page, the RMC. Round number 4. Presented by Patron Blaze 100. There goes number 16 on your screens. Thomas Apuliche, the French driver who's now based in Palawan here in the Philippines. He flies from the beautiful island of Palawan right here to Luzon to become part of our events here at the Carmona racetrack, sometimes at Clark International Speedway, north outside of Metro Manila in Pampanga. And there's number 17 on your screen, Enzo Tipay of RS Racing Team. One of the top teams we have here in this category, Rotax Max Senior Division RS Racing Team under Ryan C. International racing driver, award-winning driver as well, Ryan C. of RS Racing Team. There goes one of his team members, Enzo T5. There goes a closer look of some of our drivers in this category. Shout out to Mark Bruzzo. What up, Mark Bruzzo? Good morning. Team timing together with Joshua and Mark. They're doing a wonderful job. Thank you, Mark. Thank you, Joshua. Thank you for keeping our timing system available. It's also available on the app, by the way. Go ahead. You got to download the Speed Hive app. It's absolutely free. And get some of the updates we see right here. Driver number 16, once again, Thomas Abuliche. There goes number 19 on the screen. That's Ethan Cabiltes of Formula E Racing Management under Coach Papa Elves. Yeah, Formula E Racing Management with Coach Papa Elves. And same coach as Bianca Bustamante. Yep, this is the playground for Bianca Bustamante, by the way. Carmona Racetrack. Shout out to Roy Eusebio. Have a safe race, everybody, says Roy. What up, Roy? This one is number 5 on your screens. This is Layton Kennedy. Team Canada. Layton Kennedy. He's part of DRQ Motorsports Racing Team. Owned by some of our best doctors in the country. Mr. and Mrs. Dr. Quiñones. Now, those are the parents, actually, of our multiple times champion, Miguel Quiñones. And by the way, Miguel is also part of this lineup. Miguel Quiñones is on the number 4 of DRQ Motorsports. Yeah, he's out here today to show his teammates. As a coach, sometimes you got to show them the way. Let them know how it's done. Driver number 6 and number 17 on your screens. Number 6 is JC Coliantes of BS Racing Motorsports. JC just clocked in the fastest time of this session so far. Before we wrap it up, 42.753. JC Coliantes is fastest. BS Racing Motorsports. 42.753. Hello to Judy Kennedy over at the comments section, rooting for Layton Kennedy, number 5 of DRQ Motorsports. Where is Layton on the chart? Well, so far his pace is 9th fastest with a 43.261. Well, he's getting his groove on. Understanding the track layout with the type of weather we are having over here today. Not a hot, nowhere near a hot Sunday morning at 9:59 a.m. Cloudy skies. So grip levels are not as ideal, so they're going to have to adjust accordingly. Hello to Marie. Let's go, Layton. Good luck, Layton Kennedy. And hope all racers are having fun today. They would wish for more temperatures to be available on the track for higher grip levels. Usually it equates to that. Higher temperatures, better grip. So far, 𝐷𝐸 emerges as the top driver in that qualifying practice. He's going to be on pole with a 42.753. JC, congratulations. VS Racing Motorsports, congratulations. They have come up with a formula. Second fastest is Thomas Lepoulichet, a French driver, driver number 16 of RS Racing Team, with a 42.791. The renowned team of Ryan C. RS Racing Team. And of course, JC Collantes of VS Racing Motorsport. In case you'd like to be in the know, yeah, VS Racing is also a group of very talented racers, the Suba family. They are champions in motorbike racing, and they also have in their lineup Carter of the Year 2025. That's VS Racing Motorsport. And JC Collantes is part of that, and he just flexed their level 42.753, the highest, aka fastest of that Rotax Max senior category qualifying practice. They're going to be on pole on qualifying heat 1, happening later on 11:40 before we make way for the lunch hour. So get ready for that. Coming up next, the start of our qualifying heat. QH1 with 8 laps for our Tillotson T4 Minis and Tillotson T4 Cadets. When we come back, Precision Power Performance Petron Motorsports presents the Super Karting Series. We'll be back.
Welcome to the Petron Motorsport Karting Academy. Young, fast, fearless. Do you have what it takes? From top of the line karts and gear to mechanics and a multi-tiled race mentor. Get to know the basics before the actual drive. Experience the camaraderie with fellow cadets and intermediate karters. Be guided by award-winning assistant coaches. Advanced to a slalom exercise. And learn about racing lines. Walk the track. Get to know the braking and exit points. Follow the leader and apply the racing lines. Get the chance to practice solo drives. Unleash the karter in you at time trials, where the best will prevail. Petron, we groom champions. Welcome to the Petron Motorsport Karting Academy. Young, fast, fearless. Do you have what it takes? From top of the line karts and gear to mechanics and a multi-tiled race mentor. Get to know the basics before the actual drive. Experience the camaraderie with fellow cadets and intermediate karters. Be guided by award-winning assistant coaches. Advanced to a slalom exercise. And learn about racing lines. Walk the track. Get to know the braking and exit points. Follow the leader and apply the racing lines. Get the chance to practice solo drives. Unleash the karter in you at time trials, where the best will prevail. Petron, we groom champions. Welcome to the Petron Motorsport Karting Academy. Young, fast, fearless. Do you have what it takes? From top of the line karts and gear to mechanics and a multi-tiled race mentor. Get to know the basics before the actual drive. Experience the camaraderie with fellow cadets and intermediate karters. Be guided by award-winning assistant coaches. Advanced to a slalom exercise. And learn about racing lines. Walk the track. Get to know the braking and exit points. Follow the leader and apply the racing lines. Get the chance to practice solo drives. Unleash the karter in you at time trials, where the best will prevail. Petron, we groom champions. Welcome to the Petron Motorsport Karting Academy. Young, fast, fearless. Do you have what it takes? From top of the line karts and gear to mechanics and a multi-tiled race mentor. Get to know the basics before the actual drive. Experience the camaraderie with fellow cadets and intermediate karters. Be guided by award-winning assistant coaches. Advanced to a slalom exercise. And learn about racing lines. Walk the track. Get to know the braking and exit points. Follow the leader and apply the racing lines. Get the chance to practice solo drives. Unleash the Carter and you at time trials, where the best will prevail. Petron, we groom champions. Welcome to the Petron Motorsport Karting Academy. Young, fast, fearless. Do you have what it takes? From top-of-the-line carts and gear to mechanics and a multi-titled race mentor. Get to know the basics before the actual drive. Experience the camaraderie with fellow cadets and intermediate karters. Be guided by award-winning assistant coaches. Advanced to a slalom exercise. And learn about racing lines. Walk the track. Get to know the braking and exit points. Follow the leader and apply the racing lines. Get the chance to practice solo drives. Unleash the Carter and you at time trials, where the best will prevail. Petron, we groom champions. Welcome to the Petron Motorsport Karting Academy. Young, fast, fearless. Do you have what it takes? From top-of-the-line carts and gear to mechanics and a multi-titled race mentor. Get to know the basics before the actual drive. Experience the camaraderie with fellow cadets and intermediate karters. Be guided by award-winning assistant coaches. advanced to a slalom exercise. And learn about racing lines. Walk the track. Get to know the braking and exit points. Follow the leader and apply the racing lines. Get the chance to practice solo drives. Unleash the Carter and you at time trials, where the best will prevail. Petron, we groom champions. Welcome to the Petron Motorsport Karting Academy. Young, fast, fearless. Do you have what it takes? From top of the line carts and gear to mechanics and a multi-tiled race mentor. Get to know the basics before the actual drive. Experience the camaraderie with fellow cadets and intermediate karters.
Here we go. It's already 10:17 in the morning. Time for the 8 laps of QH1 of our T4 minis. Also, our T4 cadets are going to be on this grid. Qualifying Heat 1. And on pole is Miguel Bautista of Drift Motor AMG. And he's going to be alongside Salahuddin Bayuni 133. Salahuddin is from JVL Racing Team. And here we go. Red lights are still on. They're going to have to redo that. They're going to have to give us a better looking corridor. Good amount of gaps between each other. That's how the rolling start procedure should be. Presented by Petron. Part of our Super Karting Series. Featuring round number 4 of the Rotax Max Challenge Philippine Series. Also featuring round number 5 of the Tillerson T4 Cup Philippine Series for season 2026. Hello to Ronald Ore. Let's go, Adam. According to Ronald Lazaro on the comment section. Hello to everybody from Drift Motor Racing Team over at the comments section. They're going to have to redo that again. Redoing it again. Here it is. Oh, nicer looking corridor. As you can see, they're lined up properly. Take a look at the red lights on the bottom left of your screens. When we shut it down, they go full throttle. Here we go. Let's see who emerges at number 1. Miguel Bautista, was he able to retain position number 1? Let's get a closer look at the camera. We spot over here number 1. Let's see which racer number are we seeing here. That is driver number 138. That is 𝐿IVESTREAM Alamo, Top Spec Racing Team. He's our current race leader. Yeah. 𝐿IVESTREAM Alamo getting chased up closely by Salahuddin Bayuni 133 of JVL Racing Team. Yeah, Salahuddin started the roll out earlier at P2, and he makes a move for P1, and he grabs it. But wait, there goes the response from 𝐿IVESTREAM Alamo. He gets a return to the number 1 spot, but oh, the duel is not yet done. They continue replying to each other's moves. And as you can see, 𝐿IVESTREAM Alamo retains the race lead here.
It's going to be just like that in the next several laps. Around 7 more to go. This is the track layout we're doing over here. They go downhill and they climb up right away to the chicane sector. There's the chicane on the main straight. There it is. And they get onto the grid area, the main route leading to turn 1, turn 2, elevated sectors over here of the track. And then they encounter a left-hander and another left-hander. Still on that elevated sector here at the Carmona racetrack, and they brake heavily for a right-hander. They go downhill with a left-hander here, and that's a little bit of a downhill. And more of the downhill section on this backstretch. Downhill once again, they go with a left-hander. They climb up again with a chicane sector. There it is. And there's the new chicane we have added up here at the Carmona racetrack, in case you have not noticed yet. This is like the second round we are seeing that chicane. And this is the first time we're trying out this layout for the season. The shorter track layout, the classic track layout of Carmona racetrack. On the race lead, still it is 𝐷𝐿𝐴 and 𝐜𝐥𝐈𝐕𝐄𝐒𝐓𝑑𝐐𝐈𝐬 maintaining patience here. 5 laps remain. You're going to see later on how 𝐜𝐥𝐈𝐕𝐄𝐒𝐓𝑑𝐐𝐈𝐬 is going to try to grab spot number 1. The way he tried it earlier, maybe just a glimpse of what he could do. But Miguel Bautista, as we can see on the timing screen, just did a purple lap. Drift Motor AMG's Miguel Bautista, number 152, sets the bar at 47.955. He's at position number 3, though. And he's under pressure from Ethan Paul Charvet. Ethan Paul Charvet of Wayton Racing Team is at position number 4. Ethan Paul on number 144. Ooh, there goes a grabbing of the position at the very front. See that? The exchanges are now happening with 4 laps remaining and a short amount to go at every lap. So the urgency to make those moves must be done ASAP, must be done quickly and continuously at an early stage as well if you'd like to do it. And so far it is 𝐜𝐿𝐴 making it happen, number 133, a JVL Racing Team at position 1. And this is only getting more exciting because number 138, you know what he's capable of. 𝐷𝐿𝐴, a top spec racing team, being true to the name. He would like to make a return to the number 1 spot, and there he goes. Back at number 1, number 138, 𝐷𝐿𝐴. And we have a new purple lap, by the way, Ethan Paul Charvet. Ethan is now in the top 3. He succeeds in making the move against Miguel Bautista. There he goes, number 144, as you can see. Ethan Paul Charvet, a Wayton Racing Team. Danza Wayton's Racing Team. Dancing to the number 1 spot. 𝐜𝐿𝐴 making the move. But they get side by side of her onto the chicane. Oh! Runs out of space. 𝐷𝐿𝐴. Hopefully he doesn't commit a track limits violation. That move. The track marshals, the race officials are going to closely look at that, that's for sure. He grabs the number 1 spot again, 𝐷𝐿𝐴. Laps remaining 2. This is the second and the final lap, and their lap time is around 47 high. So that's going to be quick, 47 seconds. The fastest lap is 47.898. That's by racer number 144, Ethan Paul Charvet, who is now at position number 3. Yeah, on this grid, there's also Joe Hashimoto of Japan from JGM Racing Team on the number 167. Final lap has started. There goes number 152. That's Miguel Bautista of Drift Motor AMG getting chased up over here. The final lap of this QH1, qualifying heat 1, as you can see at the top of your screens. These are the T4 minis. These are the T4 cadets. Tillerson T4 Cup Philippine Series round number 5 for 2026. The race lead still belongs to 𝐷𝐿𝐴 Can 𝐜𝐕𝐄𝐒𝐓𝑑𝐐𝐈𝐬𝐄𝐒 grab it with a photo finish? But with the way things are looking over here, it's going to be McAllister Alamo taking the checkered flag, number 1. McAllister Alamo wrapping it up at the number 1 spot. Congratulations, Top Spec Racing teams. McAllister Alamo, number 138. 𝐜𝐕𝐄𝐒 tried his best, and with that effort, he ends up with the fastest lap of that qualifying heat. 47.885 by 𝐜𝐕𝐄𝐒. 133 from JVL Racing Team. He finished second fastest, but he owns the fastest lap of that session. P3 went to Miguel Bautista on the number 152 from Drift Motor AMG, followed by Ethan Paul Charvet 144. He finished 4th for Weighton Racing Team. In the top 5 is Torch Florentino 134 of Top Spec Racing Team. P6 went to Joe Hashimoto. Yeah, Joe Hashimoto of Japan for JGM Racing Team in P6. And Alonzo Nyo takes the 7th spot for DRQ Motorsports on that qualifying heat number 1. Next coming your way, the qualifying heat. 10 laps for the Tillotson T4 Juniors. As we make way for round number 5 of season 2026, the Tillotson T4 Cup Philippine Series for our Super Karting Series from Petron. Precision Power Performance, Petron Motorsports. With Petron Blaze 100, the 100 octane fuel from Petron. The fuel of karting, Petron Blaze 100. Live at the Carmona racetrack. Yeah. Time for the qualifying heat for the juniors in our Tillotson T4 Cup Philippine Series Round 5. This one features Ashton Chua 88 of JGM Racing Team. He's on pole alongside Nico Noriega 70 of 7-Star Garage. They are on the front row. A total of 11 of them competing on this Tillotson T4 Juniors qualify heat 1. They don't get the red lights out cue just yet. They're going to have to redo that with a cleaner line on the corridor. There's also Robin Juliana Acavilio 96. She's on the second row for Top Spec Racing Team. And alongside her is Mateo Hipólito 99 of Formula E Racing Management. Third row, you're going to see Marcius Rain Alamo 68 of Top Spec Racing Team alongside Zadig de Jesus 82 of DRQ Motorsports. And on the following row, Nathan Meyer 78 from Mercedes Drivers Development Racing Team. And Alongside Nathan is Enzo Bano 81 of JGM Racing Team. And on the following row is Antonio Rosales 80 of B Racing Team, with Perry Bukai 60 Drift Motor AMG, plus Mauro Mendoza 77 of Formula E Racing Management. This corridor looks better. And lights out. Away they go. Full throttle mode. Ashton Chua on the inside line. Looking like he's going to get to preserve his P1 over here. Number 88 of JGM Racing Team, Ashton Chua. He's been in the zone. Look at him. Number 1. Oh, a little bit of entanglement going on over there. Number 96, Robin Juliana Ocavillo. Didn't get phased. Oh, some major incident. But looking like they're going to be able to grab an opportunity to rejoin safely. So P1 is Ashton Chua, 88, a JGM Racing Team. There he goes, getting chased up closely by number 90 or 70. Actually, number 96, Robin Juliana Ocavillo is at P2 from TRT. Robin Juliana. Top spec racing team at position number 2. Oh, number 68 makes the move. Marcius Rain Alamo, the teammate of Robin, gets a position upgrade. Marcius is now at position number 2. Robin gets relegated to P3. But it's looking really, really nice for TRT over here. Top spec racing team with 2 of them grabbing positions 2 and 3. So the mission now for Marcius Rain Alamo is to get close to Ashton Chua. The gap has been 0.6 of a second. Let us see if the pace level of Marcius Rain Alamo could match Ashton Chua's. Ashton just did a 47.836, fastest lap of the session. Qualifying heat number 1 here, round number 5 of the Tillerson T4 Juniors. Tillerson T4 Cup Philippine Series, round number 5 for 2026. Carmona Racetrack is where we are at. Look at the amount of action you are watching. The amount of talent. Some of the best drivers in this category. The juniors of the T4 Cup Philippine Series. Incredible amount of pace by Ashton Chua. Keeps on doing the purples. 47.836 is now the fastest lap of this qualifying heat. There he is. Making sure there's going to be separation between him and the rest of the pack, but others are trying to get close. Even Antonio Rosales is feeling the urgency. 7 laps to go. The new fastest lap of the session is Antonio Rosales with B Racing Team's number 80 with a 47.666. But he is stuck at position number 4. It's going to be a tall order, but he has a lot of time somehow. 7 laps. Can he make it to knocking on the door right at the back of Ashton Chua to be at number 1? But first, of course, he's going to have to go through Robin Juliana Ocavillo and then Marcius Rain Alamo. Marcius Rain Alamo is at position number 2. There goes a look at number 80, Antonio Rosales of B Racing Team. He owns the fastest lap here, but he is at P4 still. He's going to try to splice that lead by Robin Juliana Ocavillo around 1.2 seconds. That's the thing that he's going to have to delete. You got that right, Coach Oye. It's a classic layout. The 90s layout. That's what we're using right now. See this? This is the elevated sector. They go downhill with a left-hander here, and then they attack the backstretch. The backstretch is also another downhill sector. And from there, they make a left, or make that a right-hander, and climb up right away to the chicane sector. The brand new chicane on the main straight. Down to the grid area. And they climb up again to turn 1, 2, and 3. There goes the lap number for you. 47.534 is the fastest by Antonio Rosales. But the race lead is still with Ashton Chua 88. You're looking at number 68 over here, Marcius Rain Alamo. He wants to get closer to Ashton Chua. 1.4 seconds behind Ashton Chua. That is Marcius Rain Alamo. Wonderful job by Ashton. He wants to be out of harm's way from attempts of attack by Marcius Rain Alamo to his race lead. There goes number 88, Ashton Chua, a JGM Racing Team. He's been on the lead. He had a good start to this qualifying heat 1.
Best qualifier. Best driver during the qualifying practice. And there it is. Oh, look at that. We are seeing urgency by Antonio Rosales. 8-0 is pulling it up, getting the pressure on against Robin Juliana Echevilla, a top spec racing team. Robin is at position number 3 here. Antonio owns the fastest lap of the session. He's going to try to convert it now with 4 laps remaining to be in the top 3 at the moment, and then work his way up to challenge Marcius Wayne Alamo after Robin Juliana Echevilla. If he gets to grab a window of opportunity to overtake. Yeah, he's right there under that slipstream. Goes for a slingshot maneuver. Can he take the inside line on this? Not just yet. 3 laps remaining, though. Oh, there he is, sneaking up. But a response by Robin. Actually, number 68, that's Marcius Wayne Alamo now getting challenged by Antonio Rosales. Antonio on the number 8-0 alongside him. Yeah, there goes some wheel-to-wheel action against Marcius Wayne Alamo. Top Spec Racing Team versus B Racing Development. Yeah, there you go. That is positions 3 and 4. Number 68 is at P3, Marcius Wayne Alamo. And Robin Juliana Echevilla gets the opportunity to run away for position number 2. Great showcase by Robin Juliana Echevilla here. And final 2 laps has started for Ashton Chua. His race lead has now increased around 2.7 seconds. There he is up there. So far ahead here. And the battle continues. 3 of them finding that sweet spot to end up at number 2 come checkered flag time in 2 laps. Actually, less than 2 laps now. This is the second and the final lap. And look at number 68 defending it like a lion, as what they would say. These guys are keeping us on the edge of our seats. That is Marcius Wayne Alamo, followed by Antonio Rosales. And then Robin Juliana Echevilla, also part of this line up here. Oh, there goes more of those moves on the final lap. Again, to turn 1, turn 2. Number 96, still at position number 2 here. Robin Juliana Echevilla back at it, actually. And Antonio Rosales looking like he's going to try at least to finish in the top 3. And there's 4 of them now fighting it out for P3, P2, and P3, actually. There goes our race leader. Look at that amount of gap. That's around close to 4 seconds now. That's how impressive Ashton Chua's level of pace is. Incredible morning session here. Absolute result that Ashton Chua would like to have. JGM Racing Team takes a checkered flag at number 1. Congratulations. Now, who gets P2? It's Marcius Wayne Alamo in P3 and Robin Juliana Echevilla in P2. Top Spec Racing Team finished right there. 2 of them inside the top 3. Antonio Rosales, with all of his efforts, ended up at P4, followed by Nico Noriega, a 7-star garage, and then Mateo Hippolyta of Formula E Racing Management at P6. Nathan Meyer, 78 of Mercedes Drivers Development Racing Team finished in the top 7, followed by Perry Bukai, 6-0 of Drip Motor AMG. There goes Zadig de Jesus of DRQ Motorsports, finishing at position number 9. So congrats, JGM Racing Team at the top of that wrap-up for QH1 of our Tillerson T4 Juniors here at round number 5. Tillerson T4 Cup Philippine Series Season 2026. Yeah, great to see a masterful result by Robin Juliana Echevilla. Yeah, she emerges as fastest in the Top Spec Racing Team lineup for this T4 Juniors division. Marcius Wayne Alamo in the top 3. Defended it against a very aggressive Antonio Rosales. He tried. Big effort by Antonio, but P4 is what he got. B Racing Team's Antonio Rosales. So a lot more to look forward to for the rest of the day from Antonio as he works his way from earlier, close to the back of the grid. And he ended up here just right outside of the top 3. That is very exciting. And
And of course, 𝐜𝐴𝐺𝐬𝐴 7-0 from 7-Star Garage, making Coach Oliver Aquino proud. Getting nearer to the pack, inside the top 5 right there. Congrats, Nico. And of course, qualifying heat 2 will come your way later on in the afternoon for these Tillotson T4 juniors around 1:30. But coming up next, the Tillotson T4 seniors, the 168 and the ladies class drivers are going to make an appearance. That'll be 12 laps for the qualifying heat number 1. Shout outs to Elmer Navarro. Yes, we saw Formula E right there at position number 6. Congrats on a highly coveted result. Getting close to some of the fastest of our drivers on that lineup. Great job, Mateo Hipólito. Hi to Christine de Jesus Macayo. Hello to Elmer Navarro. Shout outs to you guys here watching. Hello to Primo Cowett. Let's go Formula E Racing Management. Mateo Hipólito just made an appearance right there. Ended up at position 6 at the end of that QH1. Shout out to also Robin Ocovilio, come from Augie Macayo Pajarillo. Yeah, Robin finished at P2. Very nice to see that. Shout out to JGM Racing Team, come from Lallivet, BC, over at the comments. JGM Racing Team. What's up? They also have been coming up with strong results. So strong, they ended up at the top. Been having a wonderful morning. Ash and Chua 88, dominant in that recently concluded session. Fastest during qualifying practice and maintained that momentum on that recently concluded qualifying heat number 1. Congrats, JGM Racing Team. Hello to Kirby Cañete, one of our top teams straight out of Cebu. And Kirby is giving huge support to Mercedes Drivers Development Racing Team. Good luck to the team members of Mercedes Drivers Development Racing Team. The T4 seniors coming right up. Get ready for it. When we return live here at the Carmona racetrack with Petron Precision Power Performance, Petron Motorsports, for our Super Karting Series featuring the Rotax Max Challenge Philippine Series round number 4 and the Tillotson T4 Cup Philippine Series round number 5. We will be back.
Welcome to the Petron Motorsport Karting Academy. Young, fast, fearless. Do you have what it takes? From top-of-the-line carts and gear to mechanics and a multi-titled race mentor. Get to know the basics before the actual drive. Experience the camaraderie with fellow cadets and intermediate karters. Be guided by award-winning assistant coaches. Advanced to a slalom exercise. And learn about racing lines. Walk the track. Get to know the braking and exit points. Follow the leader and apply the racing lines. Get the chance to practice solo drives. unleash the Carter in you at time trials where the best will prevail. Patron, we groom champions.
Yeah, taking a look at the pre-grid area on the right side of your screens. You could also see over there a podium stage with a Spargo logo at the top. That's where the awarding ceremonies are going to happen today here at round number 5 of the Tillerson T4 Cup Philippine Series and the Patron Blaze 100 Rotax Max Challenge Philippine Series. Patron T4 Senior Qualify Heat 1. This one is going to feature 12 laps. Featuring these amazing drivers on the lineup. 𝐜𝐈𝐕𝐄𝐻𝐑𝐿 on the number 76. He's fastest during qualifying practice. He's from Drift Motor Racing Team. Capable of 47.401. That has brought him to the very front. Alongside him on the front row is James Salem, 57. Of 𝐷RQ Motorsports Racing Team. Second row, you're going to see Rai Geronimo on the number 72, another one from 𝐷RQ Motorsports Racing Team. Alongside Vito Manas, 52. He's from RS Racing Team on that second row. Charles Marquesan is on the third row on the number 89. He's from Mercedes Drivers Development Racing Team. And on that third row, he will be alongside our fastest ladies class driver, Kimi Noriega. Kimi Noriega represents 7-Star Garage on the number 90. Yeah, Coach Oliver Aquino is super proud of that result. That is for sure. Very impressive, Kimi. Fastest in the ladies class. And on the following row, you're going to see Sandro Carlota, 95, of Drift Motor AMG, together with Tristan Lavarias, 53. Tristan of VS Racing Motorsport. And on the next row, you're going to see Wax Deada, 87. Of Team Race Lab with Joshua Parsha, 91 on that row. Joshua is from 𝐷RQ Motorsports Racing Team. On the following row, you'll see number 62, Lindsay Marielle Tulfo. Lindsay is from Top Spec Racing Team. There's also Adam Lopez, 84 on this grid of Drift Motor AMG. Another of our ladies class competitors, Zafira Avisado, will also make an appearance here. She is on the number 66 for JGM Racing Team. And Diana Castillo, 55, also from JGM Racing Team, also competing for the ladies class. T4 Seniors from Patron. Warm-up time. They're going to come up with that formation for the rolling start. Shout out to Jamie Kennedy. Thank you to everybody, it says here, according to Jamie Kennedy's message. Those who are watching to support Leighton Kennedy, Team Canada on the comments section. Yeah, Jamie says we appreciate the support very much. Shout outs, by the way, to Rai Geronimo, a 𝐷RQ Motorsports teammate to Leighton Kennedy. Yeah, one of the teammates of Leighton Kennedy over here. Here we go. And they roll out. Lights out action has started. Going full throttle. Ooh, somebody just overcooked turn 1. Hopefully he gets to rejoin right away. Yeah, looking like nobody got stuck on there. No yellow sector. Oh, yeah, they're waving the green flag rigorously. Oh, yeah, oh, there you go. There's some entanglement going on. They're finding ways to be able to rejoin. You're looking at number 76 over here now. 𝐜𝐈𝐕𝐄𝐻𝐑𝐿, fastest during qualifying practice, number 1 on this early stages for our qualifying heat number 1. The Patron T4 Seniors. Also following the classic layout. This is where it starts. Lap begins there. Turn 1, they go with the right-hander. Turn 2. Turn 3 they go on this elevated sector. It's a yellow flag sector on there. And then another, they go for a left-hander this time. Still on the elevated sector. And then they end up with a heavy braking zone right-hander. They go downhill from here with a left-hander. And this is the backstretch. Continuing with a downhill segment of the track. From downhill, they go uphill with a right-hander onto the brand new chicane on the main straight. The rest of the main straight, they go onto the start-finish line. There goes the lap on this classic layout here at the Carmona racetrack. Here at round number 5 of the Patron Tillotson T4 Cup Philippine Series. The race lead by 𝐂𝐈𝐕𝐄𝐒𝐌, number 76 from Drift Motor Racing Team. Hello to Kirby Cañete, rooting for Marcus Tan. Charles Marcus, number 89, the Mercedes Drivers Development Racing Team. Where is Charles? He's in the top 5 so far. We can see here on the screen available to us right about now. Well, you can hear the tires screaming. You can hear that they are definitely pushing hard, exploring the limits of grip on that sector of the track, especially if you got momentum downhill. Hello to Zenaida Ladera on the comments. Shout out to number 62. Good luck. From Mamu Zeni. Number 62 is Lindsay Marielle Tulfo of Top Spec Racing Team, one of our ladies class competitors. Shout outs also to Luis Magpayo. Congrats by to Rob. Yeah, we saw Robin Juliano Carvillo's awesome result earlier for Top Spec Racing Team in the T4 Juniors. $12 laps of this. Around 46 or 47 seconds. 47 mids. A 47.401 fastest lap by that race leader you see right there, number 76, Caleb. Drift Motor Racing Team at number 1. Hello to Luria. Luria on the comment section says, let's go, Yell 62. Lots of fans for Lindsay Marielle Tulfo, a Top Spec Racing Team, over at the comments section of this FB live broadcast. Available on the T4 Series Pilipinas FB page. Also available on the Rotax Max Challenge Philippine Series Facebook account. Click share so it's going to appear on your wall. Put it on your stories as well. A huge lineup of drivers for this Patron T4 Senior Division. Yeah, round 5 of season 2026. 15 drivers. And we also have a lot of our ladies class competitors joining in on this level of the competition. Yeah, you can see straight out of the 90s, this track layout is what they are using today. Great variety for these drivers to understand how the OG drivers used to do it. Hello to 𝐓𝐕𝐿ads. 𝐓𝐕𝐿ads here on the comments says good luck to number 62. Driver number 62, of course, is Lindsay Marielle Tulfo, representing Top Spec Racing Team. Vito Manas knocking on the door to be at position 1 against 𝐂𝐈𝐕𝐄𝐒𝐿. There it is. Yeah, take a look at it. Caleb at number 1, Vito at number 2, Sandro Carlotta at number 3. Kimmy, our fastest in the ladies category. She's at position number 4. So Drift Motor Racing Team at number 1, RS Racing Team at number 2, Drift Motor in collab with AMG at position number 3, courtesy of Sandro. And just right outside the top 3, Kimi Noriega, our fastest in the ladies category for 7-Star Garage. Everybody's excited for our fast female racer to enter the top 3. Look at them bunched up over here. 1, 2, 3. 3-way battle for a number 1 spot. 𝐜𝐤𝐕𝐄𝐻 doing an excellent job, a very efficient job so far at keeping 𝐕𝐄𝐻 at bay. With 4 laps to go, this is how it should be it. This is where 𝐕𝐄𝐻 should be doing the attack now. Or maybe in the next lap. Shout out to Marie saying hello to Rai Geronimo. Rai is at position number 6 now for DRQ Motorsports, just right behind teammate James Salem. James Salem, 57, is, of course, in the top 5. Sandra Carlotta is now at position number 4 for Drift Motor AMG. Guess who's in the top 3? Kimi Noriega, a 7-Star Garage. She was able to snatch the number 3 spot. There she is, number 90. The pink helmet of our girl racer, Kimi Noriega, in the top 3, just right behind 𝐕𝐄𝐻. She's going to get an opportunity over here to be in the top 2. She's cooking it up. Look at that. On the slipstream of 𝐕𝐄𝐻 52. Close at the tail, shadowing the line, making sure there's not much drag going on. Trying to get the benefit of being behind 𝐕𝐄𝐻's slipstream. And 𝐜𝐤𝐕𝐄𝐻, excellent with his defensive strategy here. Or could it be a deployment of decoy from 𝐕𝐄𝐻? Yeah, giving 𝐜𝐤𝐕𝐄𝐻 the feeling that, oh, nothing bad's going to happen to you, bro. You're going to be able to retain number 1 all throughout. But 3 laps remaining. Here we go. How is 𝐕𝐄𝐻 going to cook this up? There it is. There's some side-by-side battle going on now. Who's at number 1? 𝐕𝐄𝐻. And benefiting from that opportunity is Kimi Noriega. Kimi Noriega is also at position number 2 here. She stayed really, really close to 𝐕𝐄𝐻. And as 𝐕𝐄𝐻 tries to make a move on 𝐜𝐤𝐕𝐄𝐻 earlier, it happened. Kimi is also now at position number 2. Number 52, 𝐕𝐄𝐻 of RS Racing Team on the race lead, followed by Kimi Noriega, a 7-Star Garage, number 90. Fastest in the ladies class, P2, and no, she goes on the inside line. Kimi is at number 1. Second and final lap of this battle. This is our qualified heat number 1 new race leader. It's Kimi Noriega. 7-Star Garage at number 1, and she's pulling away. Oh, but wait, 𝐕𝐄𝐻 gets the inside line move. Switch back. She is still at number 1, Kimi Noriega. Who's behind her now? Oh, we got a new number 3 earlier. It is James Salem bubbling under. Gets to grab position number 2. James Salem of DRQ Motorsports. Right at the back of race leader Kimi Noriega. 3-way battle for P3 here. Number 95 gets the better of it. Sandra Carlotta. There it is. So number 1 is Kimi Noriega. Number 2 is James Salem. Wow. There it is. Let's take a look at it. Final. Oh, is that the checkered flag? Yeah, it is a checkered flag. There you go. The timing screen I'm looking at is a little bit delayed. Anyway, Kimi Noriega, congratulations. James Salem at P2. 𝐜𝐤𝐕𝐄𝐻 gets P3. 7-Star Garage, followed by DRQ, followed by Drift Motor Racing Team. Wonderful job. And the fastest lap of the race belongs to Kimi Noriega, a 7-Star Garage. 47.486. An outstanding result for our fastest female on that grid. T4 seniors with Kimi Noriega at the top of the list. She clocked in a 47.486. 2 rewards came her way over there. Number 1 overall and number 1 in the ladies category. Second fastest in the ladies class is Lindsay Mariel 20462, a top spec racing team. Third in the ladies category is Zafira Abisado 66 of JGM Racing Team. So congrats Kimmy, Lindsay, and Zafira. Top 3 overall, as you can see, is Kimmy, James, and Caleb. Congrats, 7-Star Garage. Loria says, yeah, congratulations, Kimmy. And of course, you gotta give congrats as well to Lindsay. She finished second fastest in the ladies category. Yeah, take a look at that. 47.486. Fastest lap of that qualifying heat number 1. The Petron T4 Seniors, action-packed. We love the exchanges, especially for position 3. It was Caleb, Sandro, and Rai and Vito fighting it out. And the winner of it, Caleb 𝐷𝐿𝐻𝐿 76 of Drift Motor Racing Team, ends up in the top 3. Well, of course, James Salem, the quiet assassin, if we could call it like that. James was able to sneak up, ending up at position number 2, right behind our race leader. Dr. Q Motorsports, or DRQ Motorsports, is James Salem 57, second fastest in that session.
We're not yet done with the qualifying heats. Qualifying heat 1 for our morning session. We just wrapped up the T4 Seniors presented by Petron. Time for the Petron Blaze 100 Rotax Max Challenge Philippine Series round number 4. We'll make way for the Mini Max novices and experts. That'll be 8 laps for the Mini Max drivers. Get ready. Part of our celebrations for the Super Karting Series weekend, presented by Petron. For the Mini Max, you're going to be seeing Ryle Almazora 101 of VS Racing Motorsports. There's also Adam McGlenn on the number 103 from Resultado Racing Team. There's also Mateo Milson Caceres 111 representing CNC Motorsport, collaborating with One Team PH. And Jordan Racing. Asher Lako is also part of this grid on the number 116 for JGM Racing Team. There's also McAllister Alamo on the number 128 from Top Spec Racing Team. And the JVL Racing Team boys, Salahodin Bayumi on the 118 and Yoan Ang 108. JVL Racing Team for the Mini Max here round number 4 of the Rotax Max Challenge Philippine Series, presented by Petron Blaze 100. Let's make you guys watch this one. All about the Petron Motorsports Karting Academy, because you got to know. Take a look at it. We'll be back.
Welcome to the Petron Motorsport Karting Academy. Young, fast, fearless. Do you have what it takes? From top-of-the-line carts and gear to mechanics and a multi-tiled race mentor. Get to know the basics before the actual drive. Experience the camaraderie with fellow cadets and intermediate karters. Be guided by award-winning assistant coaches. advanced to a slalom exercise. And learn about racing lines. Walk the track. Get to know the braking and exit points. Follow the leader and apply the racing lines. Get the chance to practice solo drives. Unleash the Carter in you at time trials, where the best will prevail. Patron, we groom champions.
Here we go, here we go. Time for the Mini Max. This is going to be 8 laps here. We go on pole is 𝐜𝐤𝐚 of JVL Racing Team alongside 𝐼𝐚𝐤𝐚 101 of VS Racing Motorsport. There goes number 108 on the left side of your monitors. 𝐜𝐤𝐚. He's going to be granted inside line opportunity on turn 1. And there's also 𝐜𝐤𝐚 𝐕𝐄𝐒 right behind him, his teammate, a JVL Racing Team on JVL Racing Team's 118. 𝐜𝐤𝐚 𝐕𝐄𝐒 on the second row. He's going to be granted a slipstream opportunity behind teammate 𝐜𝐤𝐚. 𝐜𝐤𝐚 on pole gets the preserved position 1. And looking like it's going to be a 1-2 here for JVL Racing Team. Take a look at that. Number 108, 𝐜𝐤𝐚 maintains the race lead. And right behind him is teammates 𝐜𝐤𝐚 𝐕𝐄𝐒. Excellent job by these teammates here. Beautiful moves by the JVL Racing Team boys right here in Mini Max. And they're going to try to separate themselves. There goes position number 3. They're so fast, it's going to be hard for us to determine the number. That is actually 𝐼𝐚𝐤𝐚 101 of VS Racing Motorsport at position number 3. 𝐓𝐢𝐕𝐄𝐒 at position number 4 at JGM Racing Team. Oh, look at that. Hecticness going on for 𝐼𝐚𝐤𝐚. 𝐓𝐢𝐕𝐄𝐒 putting the pressure on. And it also is going to provide more opportunities for the JVL Racing Team boys to create separation from the rest of the pack. 𝐜𝐤𝐚 with a 47.083. That's the fastest lap on lap 1. Followed by 𝐜𝐤𝐚 𝐕𝐄𝐒 right there. P2. Third fastest lap of the session so far. Second fastest of the session is 𝐼𝐚𝐤𝐚 101. He needs that urgency. He needs that upgrade to his pace to get close to the top 2. 𝐜𝐤𝐚 and 𝐜𝐤𝐚. JVL Racing Team at 1 and 2. With 7 laps to go. With a short lap like this, you got to be quick to making the move. And there it is. Suddenly it becomes sunny. Yeah, looking like we're going to have to make the adjustments again to the cameras. Early, it was looking like it's late afternoon. It was so cloudy. Now you can see it's very noticeable now on some of the sectors of the track. Sun beaming down really, really hot. Onto that backstretch. Downhill they go. 𝐜𝐤𝐚. Oh, sideways, definitely. 𝐼𝐚𝐤𝐚 is chasing up 𝐜𝐤𝐚 and 𝐜𝐤𝐚, the JVL Racing Team boys. There they are, 1 and 2. On the 108 is 𝐜𝐤𝐚, the race leader, owns the fastest lap of the race still. He kept on clocking in purple laps. 45.980 for these Mini Max drivers. These guys are fast. They could do it 45 seconds on this classic layout. The Carmona racetrack here today. Yeah, classic. This is how it's done. They go to a left-handed downhill here, onto the backstretch. They go downhill once again, and a right-hander to climb up to the brand new chicane.
There it is, right-hander. They climb up to the chicane and onto the main straight. And then on to turn 1, uphill. Turn 2, turn 3. Race lead still belongs to the very impressive 𝐜𝐤𝐚. He's been having an incredible morning. Same goes teammate 𝐜𝐤𝐕𝐄𝐻𝐑𝐄𝐌. Superb performances by these boys. The type of result they would love to have all the time. 𝐜𝐤𝐚 and 𝐜𝐤𝐕𝐄𝐻. The dynamic duo from JVL Racing Team here in Mini Max. The novice drivers. 𝐜𝐤𝐚 is trying to catch up, but the gap is around 1.4 seconds now. There he is. You can see 𝐜𝐚 101 of VS Racing Motorsports trying to catch up. 3 laps to go. Looking like these young gentlemen are going to secure a number 1 and a number 2 finish for JVL Racing Team. There goes P3, 𝐜𝐚 101 of VS Racing Motorsports. His fastest lap is 46.084. He's going to have to enter the 45-second mark to be able to catch that too. Those two over there. JVL Racing Team tandem. 𝐜𝐤𝐚 and 𝐜𝐤𝐕𝐄𝐻. Unstoppable on this Sunday morning for this Mini Max qualifying heat for round number 4 of the Rotax Max Challenge Philippine Series from Patron Blaze 100. Live here at the Carmona racetrack as we allow them to enjoy the classic track layout at Carmona racetrack. 𝐜𝐤𝐚, fastest during qualifying practice. That's why he got pole for this qualifying Heat 1 start. And 𝐜𝐤𝐕𝐄𝐻 benefited by starting on the second row right behind his teammate. And there goes 1-1-1. Mateo Milson Caceres of CNC Motorsports, 1 Team PH, Jordan Racing. He's at position number 7 here so far. Adam McGlenn right in front of him on the 103 for Resultado Racing Team at position 6. In the top 5 is 𝐓𝐢𝐿𝐴𝐞 116 of JGM Racing Team. With McAllister Alamo 128 in the top 4 from Top Spec Racing Team. And then you're going to see the top 3 with 𝐜𝐚 101 of VS Racing Motorsports at P3. And the number 1 and the number 2 on your screens here. 𝐜𝐤𝐚. 𝐜𝐤𝐚, JVL Racing Team 108, ready to take the checkered flag for the biggest celebration of this qualifying heat, number 1. He owns the fastest lap of the race. He owned that session. Number 1 on that checkered flag moment. P2 is 𝐜𝐤𝐕𝐄𝐻. P3 is 𝐜𝐚. P4 from McAllister Alamo. P5 for 𝐓𝐢𝐿𝐴𝐞. P6 for Adam McGlenn. P7 from Mateo Milson Caceres. Congratulations to the finishers and incredible result. 𝐜𝐤𝐚, a JVL Racing Team with the fastest lap of 45.980 and a top, very impressive finish. A magnificent job. We're blistering since qualifying practice. Continues with that momentum of churning out exhilarating laps all throughout that qualifying heat number 1. So hard to chase. Raul Almozora is going to have to find the barrier to enter the 45 mark. Break that barrier. Yeah, you know, the only ones in the 45s are 𝐜𝐤𝐚 and 𝐜𝐤𝐕𝐄𝐻 right in that session. Others are doing 46s. So that is a secret recipe, that raw pace. 𝐜𝐤𝐚 and 𝐜𝐤𝐕𝐄𝐻 got it. Huge shout outs to the team, JVL Racing Team, for preparing such high level weaponry for number 1 finisher, top qualifier, fastest lap holder, 𝐜𝐤𝐚 of JVL Racing Team on the number 108. Superb results for that Mini-Max garnered by JVL Racing Team. Shout out to Augie Pajarillo. Good luck to Robin Ocavillo. Off of the comments. Hi to Linda. Linda says, let's go, Adam. Adam McGlenn finishing in just right outside the top 5 for WrestleTitle Racing Team on that recently concluded Mini-Max QH1. More of our qualifying heats.
This time it's going to be the Rotax Max Juniors making an appearance. Get ready. And for the Rotax Max Juniors, we're going to make way for 10 laps for their qualifying Heat 1 session. If you've not shared this one just yet, make sure you click share so you can watch this on your FB wall. Or let others also notice that you are watching some of the best drivers in the country, in the world of kart racing. The Super Karting Series presented by Patron. And don't forget, we're going to have an open registration for the Patron Motorsports Karting Academy. Look for Ina at 0928-476-0950 for slots that are still available for the October 11 Patron Motorsports Karting Academy happening here at Carmona Racetrack. Grab the slots that remain. That happens on October 11 at the Carmona Racetrack. The Patron Motorsports Karting Academy. Look for Miss Ina, Miss YNA at 0928-476-0950. Let's go. Making way now for the Rotax Max Juniors. Shout outs to Joshua. Oh yeah, there you go. I was having a shout out going out to Joshua, and the time when gets the update. Dayton Pastor will be starting up at the very front. Alongside him on that front row is Tyler Tewenke. DRQ Motorsports at the number 1 spot, followed by, alongside Race Lab Waiting Racing Team here. Red lights on the bottom left of your screens. When we shut it down, they go full throttle. Dayton Pastor grabs the inside line to retain P1 here, but looking like we're going to have a new P2. That's Elijah Andy Anna, position number 2. Yes, it is. Number 36 at P1 and number 45. Make that number 46, Elijah Andy Anna of VS Racing Motorsport. Right at the back of DRQ Motorsports, number 36, Dayton. Dayton Pastor. Let's see. This is how he starts his day. Earlier it was like this. I mean, yesterday, should I say Saturday. During round number 3 of our Rotax Max Juniors category. He's going to have to keep this momentum going. Dayton with a 45.0, followed by Elijah, followed by Tyler, followed by Augusto, and then Marcius Rain, and then Tino Zaragoza. Ooh, sweet battles going on also at the back of that grid. That is Marcius Rain Alamo versus Tino Zaragoza. Marcius, a top spec racing team. Tino, a WrestleTitle Racing Team, battling it out. And the winner of that is number 38, Marcius Rain Alamo. Tino continues to fight back. He wants to be in the top 5. Hello to Tom Pastor, the grandfather of our race leader, Dayton Pastor. Let's go, Dayton, says Tom. So Tom, thanks so much for watching. There goes the race leader. He's going to try to create separation, and he is visibly doing that now. Very visible. Around half a second of a race lead now. 0.489 against Elijah Andy Anna. He's right there, number 46 at P2 for VS Racing Motorsports. See that? See that gap now getting bigger? And on that effort by Dayton Pastor, it's also allowing Elijah Andy Anna to run away from Tyler Twanke's pressure. Tyler Twanke from Race Lab, collaborating with Waiting Racing Team. He's at position number 3 on that number 35. There he is. Oh, wait a minute. He lost position number 3 here. Augusto Mate, number 47, is now at P3. WrestleTitle Racing Team inside the top 3 now. Wonderful job by Augusto Mate. So impressive. Hello to Hill, Pullum Barrett. Let's go, Marcus. Or Marcius Rain Alamo.
Yeah, Marcius is inside. Well, earlier he was inside the top 5. He's just right outside over there for Top Spec Racing Team. Still, Tino Zaragoza giving him a hard time. Excellent job by Tino defending his side of things to be inside the top 5 for Resultado Racing Team. Number 44, Tino Zaragoza. You see him right there at the front of Marcius Rain Alamo. There goes number 47, Augusto Mate. Number 47, by the way, of Resultado Racing Team owns the fastest lap of this session with 6 laps to go. 43.163 is the fastest lap by P3 driver Augusto Mate 47 of Resultado Racing Team. While Dayton Pastor continues to run away, 0.7 of a second ahead of everybody else, ahead of Elijah Andy Anna's pressure. Elijah is very capable of putting pressure on a race leader or anybody in front of him. But we still have a lot of time. So he's got plenty of time to work on getting closer to the tail of Dayton Pastor. But the gap is getting bigger. Yeah, we can see it here. 0.9 of a second now is the race lead of Dayton Pastor. He increases his lead. He doesn't need to do a purple lap to do so. Shout out to the Don Pastor. Where you at, sir? Yeah, international racing driver, super lap battle champion, Don Pastor, the dad of our race leader, Dayton Pastor, watching on the comments, hosting on the comments, watching our FB Live. Thanks so much to the legendary racer, international driver, the Don Pastor, super lap battle champion. And I'm sure he's super proud of what Dayton Pastor is doing over here for DRQ Motorsports. Dayton, followed by Elijah, followed by Augusto, your top 3. DRQ Motorsports, followed by VS Racing Motorsports, followed by Resultado Racing Team. The top 3 teams here so far with 4 laps to go. Check this out. Elijah Andy Anna is being put on pressure by Augusto Mate. This is also going to be benefiting Dayton Pastor's campaign today. His race lead now has increased to more than a second. And there goes a move by Augusto Mate. He upgrades to position number 2. Not just yet. Side by side with Elijah Andy Anna. Elijah tries to return to B2. He succeeds in doing so. Dayton Pastor with a lead now at 2.2 seconds. He's so far ahead, he can't be included on the same frame as we see here the battle for position 2, 3, and 4. Elijah, Augusto, and Tyler battling it out for the number 2 spot. But so far now, Augusto is getting challenged by Tyler Tewanke, getting stuck right there for the battle for 3rd place and allowing Elijah Andy Anna to run away. 3 laps remain. Fastest lap of the race is a 43.163 by Augusto Mate. That's why Augusto Mate is continuing to fight, defending the top 3 spot here against Tyler Tewanke 35. Tyler at position 4, Augusto right in front of him. Augusto Mate of Resultado Racing Team. The result he would like to have is to be fighting against Elijah Andy Anna for the number 2 spot. There he goes. He tries to get closer to Elijah Andy Anna with the final 2 laps of the race over here. Elijah Andy Anna. We're doing the classic track layout in case you just started watching. Elijah at position number 2. There goes the very fast Dayton Pastor, DRQ Motorsports Racing Team on the number 36, running away. His race lead now has increased to 2.5 seconds. Classic track layout. They go downhill and then they go uphill right away. But we have added up that chicane on the main straight. There he goes. Final lap begins for dominant leader Dayton Pastor. And there he goes, a move by Augusto Mate. You can see that racing suit, a Resultado Racing Team, now ahead of Elijah Andy Anna of BS Racing Motorsport. Elijah is going to have to find a way to return that spot to his side. What a move by Augusto Mate 47 here. He now gets to convert that purple lap. He owns the fastest lap of the race, Augusto Mate 47 with a 43.1. And where is Dayton Pastor? It's going to be his checkered flag moment. Let's wait for that. Here he goes, Dayton Pastor. Congratulations. And take a look at this. Purple lap holder, Augusto Mate, P2. Wait a minute. According to our timing screen, it's Elijah Andy Anna grabbing position number 2. We'll double check. Okay, there you go. There goes the update. 𝐷𝐐𝐈𝐕𝐄𝐒𝐓�𝐐𝐲 got P2. Yeah, there you go. And Elijah Indiana got P3. Okay, Dayton at number 1, Augusta at number 2, and Elijah at number 3. Tyler at P4, Tino at P5, Marsh is at P6. Tremendous result by Dayton Pastor. Top in the qualifying practice, number 1 all throughout during that qualifying heat, number 1. What a result. I'm sure you guys are so happy. And of course, congratulations to Augusto Mate. Fastest lap of the race, 43.163. He ended up getting rewarded at position number 2 on that checkered flag moment. Elijah Indiana tried his best to defend that sweet spot number 2, but still it is a big effort, big finish still for VS Racing Motorsports by Elijah Indiana. Elijah on the number 46 inside the top 3. The brand new collaboration, Race Lab and Wayton Racing Team, number 35, Tyler Twanke at P4, and Tino Zaragoza of Resultado Racing Team in the top 5, and Top Spec Racing Team, Marshall Twain Alamo at position number 6. Off the comments, grandfather, Dayton over there. Tom Pastor says, congratulations, Dayton, my grandchild. Anna Amy says, way to go, Elijah. Anna is actually watching, or Amy Anna is watching all the way from the Middle East. We're in the Middle East, Amy. Thanks so much for supporting Elijah and Anna of VS Racing Motorsports. Inside the top 3 on that checkered flag. Hello to Yaki Santa Cruz Natividad. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you repost this FB Live. Put it on your wall. Repost it as well on your stories. And as you can see at the bottom of your screens, on October 11th at the Carmona racetrack, we're going to have another the Petron Motorsports Karting Academy sessions. It's still open for registration. October 11th at the Carmona racetrack. Register now for that session of Petron Motorsports Karting Academy. Look for Miss Ina, Miss YNA. Her Viber number is 0928-476-0950. That's 0928-476-0950 to grab the slots that remain for the Petron Motorsports Karting Academy that happens on October 11th here at the Carmona racetrack. Shout out to David Bondatuin. Hello to Antonio Racelis. As we get ourselves ready for more of our qualifying heats. This time featuring the Rotax Max Senior Division and Clubman category drivers, which includes, let's see, the following drivers here, as we can see, for round number 4 of the Rotax Max Challenge Philippine Series with Petron Blaze 100. You're going to see Chelsea Nicole Ong of VS Racing Motorsports on the number 3. There's also going to be the appearance of Miguel Quinones of DRQ Motorsports on number 4. Leighton Kennedy of Canada on the number 5 for DRQ Motorsports. Josias or J.C. Colliantes of VS Racing Motorsports is also going to be on this lineup. Mateo Elijah Ang, number 7 of JGM Racing Team. Audric Fernando, number 12 of RS Racing Team. 𝐿IVESTREAM 15 of Resultado Racing Team. Thomas Lepoulichet, 16, our French driver from RS Racing Team. Enzo Tipai, 17, also from RS Racing Team. Rai Geronimo of DRQ Motorsports on the number 18. Ethan Cabiltes, 19 of Formula E Racing Management is also on this lineup. And Alejandro San Juan, 27 of Mercedes Drivers Development Racing Team is also for this Rotax Max Clubman. And Kyle Arozal, also part of the Clubman division. Kyle Arozal, 29, representing VS Racing Motorsport. Yeah, yesterday it was a beautiful result for 𝐿IVESTREAM in the Clubman category. She finished at number 1 in yesterday's round 3 of the Rotax Max Challenge Philippine Series Clubman division. Congrats, 𝐜𝐥𝐚𝐬𝐞 on that fantastic result for Resultado Racing Team, making Coach Milo Rivera super proud. Warm-up time. 𝐿𝐥𝐚𝐬𝐿 is going to be the leader of this pack. He's right there on the number 6 from VS Racing Motorsport. He's fastest during qualifying practice. That's why he's right there, leader of this convoy. Alongside him on the front row is Thomas Lepoulichet. Thomas of RS Racing Team on the front row. Lights out and away they go. 𝐿𝐥𝐚𝐬𝐿 maintains position number 1, but right there at the early stages of this, a brewing attack by Audric Fernando for the race lead of 𝐿𝐥𝐚𝐬𝐿 here. It's going to be VS Racing Motorsports versus RS Racing Team. VS Racing Motorsports is the team behind Carter of the Year, Cholo Suba. And there goes 𝐿𝐥𝐚𝐬𝐿 benefiting from the result that you look forward to getting from VS Racing Motorsport. He's been at it, having a beautiful start to his race day Sunday. 𝐿𝐥𝐚𝐬𝐿 of VS Racing Motorsport right there on the number 6. He's our race leader. Can Audric Fernando do something about that race lead? It looks like Kyle Arozal of VS Racing Motorsport, the teammate of 𝐿𝐥𝐚𝐬𝐿, is putting the pressure early here on Audric Fernando. That distraction benefits 𝐿𝐥𝐚𝐬𝐿, being given the chance to run away as his distraction continues. And number 29 succeeds in making that move against Audric Fernando. Number 29 is now at position number 2. Our top Clubman driver, Kyle Arozal, is at position number 2. Oh, yeah, this is going to be very exciting for 𝐿𝐥𝐚𝐬𝐿. He's not going to have to worry about Audric Fernando's plans to try to snatch that number 1 spot, because Audric is going to have to try to get through Kyle Arozal first before he reaches 𝐿𝐥𝐚𝐬𝐿. There it is, number 29. Oh, wait a minute. A dive on the inside line by number 16. That is Thomas Lepoulichet from the middle of the pack. He returns to battle it out. He goes to the inside line here, as you can see. And he goes to P2 just like that. His next mission is to get close to 𝐿𝐥𝐚𝐬𝐿. That is Thomas Lepoulichet, the driver all the way from Palawan. The French driver, now based in Palawan. Look at him. Yeah, the gap between JC and Thomas. Oh, we're going to see the update over here. Joshua, can you give me an update, please? JC is on the race lead around 0.8 of a second. Shout outs, by the way, to Joyce Shiudi. Let's go, Alejandro San Juan. Alejandro, number 27, one of our Clubman drivers. Yeah. 𝐿𝐥𝐚𝐬𝐿. The gap between him and Thomas Lepoulichet is 0.6 of a second now, as you can see here. You could create that frame on that shot, including JC and Thomas in one frame. That's how close Thomas is now to the tail of our race leader. Kyle Arozal also under pressure by Audric Fernando. So it is a VS Racing Motorsport versus RS Racing Team battles here. The VS Racing Motorsport, JC and Thomas Boulichet of RS Racing Team battling it out for 1 and 2. For the position 3 and 4, we have 𝐘𝐈𝐕𝐄𝐒 of VS Racing Motorsports going up against, getting pressured over here by Audric Fernando of RS Racing Team. There it is, number 12, Audric Fernando, right at the tail of 𝐘𝐈𝐕𝐄𝐒. Kyle is, by the way, at the top of the clubman category battles. Look at that. Thomas Boulichet, right at the tail now of JC Colliantes. And there goes the trio. Number 29, 𝐘𝐈𝐕𝐄𝐒, followed by Audric Fernando. And check this out, 𝐜𝐤𝐴𝐕𝐄𝐒 making it a three-way battle to be in the top 3. 𝐜𝐤𝐴𝐕𝐄𝐒 of Formula E Racing Management, right at the tail of the RS Racing Team, number 12, Audric Fernando. Audric is in position number 4. Audric is pressurizing 𝐘𝐈𝐕𝐄𝐒, who's in the top 3. Same goes for Thomas here, putting the pressure on race leader JC. JC, very efficient in protecting the race lead for VS Racing Motorsport here. But 5 laps remain. Thomas owns the fastest lap of the race, 42.928. With 5 laps to go, he still owns the fastest pace available here so far. There goes for positions 3, 4, and 5. Kyle, Audric, and Ethan. VS Racing Motorsports at number 3. RS Racing Team at number 4. And Formula E Racing Management at number 5. The rest of the clubman battles go. 𝐿IVESTREAM is at position number 2 here so far on the number 15 from WrestleTitle Racing Team, and she is right there at spot number 7. Leighton Kennedy of Canada is at position number 6 on that number 5 from DRQ Motorsports Racing Team. For you fans of Leighton Kennedy, he's just right outside of the top 5. The race lead still belongs to that number 6 at JC, but wait a minute, Thomas Boulichet dives on the inside. A new race leader is here. Thomas Boulichet of RS Racing Team grabs the number 1 spot. Gets to have that purple lap that he was able to establish benefit him to be at the very front of this battle. These battles go non-stop here now, as we can see JC Colliantes is going to try to fight for the race lead to return to the side of VS Racing Motorsport. But, of course, RS Racing Team has got better plans here today with Thomas, leader of the train, Boulichet. Yeah, his last name is Boulichet. Beautiful first name. Same name as I have. And look at his awesome performance here. Purple lap after purple lap earlier with a 42.928 fastest lap of the session. Now he's on a race lead, and he is trying to run away from an effort by JC Colliantes to return to the race lead. VS Racing Motorsports at number 2 now. And at number 1 with 2 laps to go, Thomas Boulichet of RS Racing Team pulling away. Making Coach Ryan C., international racing driver, award winner for Team Philippines in the international stage at kart racing. Ryan C., he's the man behind RS Racing Team. Thomas Boulichet is part of that team. He's at number 1 over here. He owns the fastest lap. He owns the race lead. Downhill, right-hander, uphill, chicane sector, main straight. Final lap starts now. Oh, wait, actually, checkered flag moment right there. Whoa, there you go. Congrats. Thomas, RS Racing Team, number 1 on the finish, followed by JC, followed by Kyle. Your top 3. For the clubman category, 𝐘𝐈𝐕𝐄𝐒 finished at number 1, followed by 𝐼𝐸𝐴𝐻𝐸𝐿 and 𝐿IVESTREAM inside the top 3 of the Clubman division. Congrats, Kyle Arozala, VS Racing Motorsport. Top of the Clubman division. Getting the better of the situation against 𝐼𝐸𝐴𝐻𝐸𝐿 of Wrestle Title Racing Team. There goes 𝐿IVESTREAM of JGM Racing Team. 3rd best finisher in Clubman. There goes our 4th best finisher in Clubman, Alejandro San Juan of Mercedes Drivers Development Racing Team on the number 27. So the rest of the finishers go like this. Thomas at number 1, JC, followed by Kyle, your top 3. And then at P4, 𝐕𝐴𝐻𝐸𝐿 of Formula E Racing Management. P5 went to Audrey Fernando of RS Racing Team. Enzo Tipa grabbed position number 6 for RS Racing Team. Leighton Kennedy of Canada, also representing DRQ Motorsports Racing Team on the number 5, finished at number 7. Miguel Q of DRQ Motorsports finished in the top 8. And then Chelsea Nicole Ong at position number 9 for VS Racing Motorsport. P10 went to 𝐼𝐸𝐴𝐻𝐸𝐿 overall. P11 overall is Rai Geronimo 18 of DRQ Motorsports, followed by Mateo on the number 12 finish, and on the number 13 is Alejandro. Thomas, congrats on the fastest lap of 42.928. And the number 1 result. Thomas Abuliche of RS Racing Team. Flexing. Things that you could look forward to for the rest of the day by Thomas Abuliche of RS Racing Team. Hello to Shannon Kennedy. Well done, Leighton. Yeah, he's still on his learning curve over here, and started today. That's just qualifying heat 1. There's going to be qualifying heat number 2 happening after the lunch hour. Shout out to Kirby, saying hello to Ajo27, Alejandro San Juan, Clubman driver for Mercedes Drivers Development Racing Team. Thank you, Kirby, for watching all the way. Are you in Cebu right now? Shout out to our viewers all the way from Cebu and some of the highly talented drivers that come out of that region of the country. Hello to GDRM Builders and Development, Papa Els. Hello, Coach Papa Els, and everybody from Formula E Racing Management. Excellent result by Ethan Cabiltes at position number 4 on checkered flag, climbing up. And look forward to qualifying heat number 2 coming your way for our Rotax Max seniors later on at 1400 and a half. So that's around 2:30. Yeah, 2:30. We are going to make way for qualifying heat number 2 for the Rotax Max seniors. Next up, it's the pre-final for the Tillotson T4 Bambinos. Tillotson T4 Cup Philippine Series round number 5 for season 2026. Here are the promising young drivers for Bambino. Bassi Dumlao 148. He is part of a nice roster, a huge roster of competitors from Drift Motor in collaboration with AMG. He's on pole. He was able to do a 58.928, taking him to the number 1 spot on this pre-final start. Enzo Bautista is going to be on the front row as well, alongside him right there on the Drift Motor AMG campaign. Hey, good morning. Drift Motor AMG in full force on the T4 Bambino division. That's Enzo Bautista. Front row start for the young driver Enzo. And there goes Basti Dumlao's weaponry getting positioned. There goes Basti. Fastest leading to this pre-final. 58.928 is his fastest lap before this pre-final begins. Enzo Bautista was able to clock in a 59.882. There goes 150, Selena Suba, our girl racer from VS Racing Motorsport. Hi, Selena. Good luck. And having a chat, of course, with our Carter of the Year 2025, Jola Suba. VS Racing Motorsport getting represented by a girl racer, Selena. And here goes number 171, Lucas Bayan. Another one from Drift Motor AMG. Starting on the second row. Lucas, number 174. Or should I say, is that 171? That's Madison Riggs. That's actually Madison Riggs on the second row. Another of our girl racers, Madison, from Drift Motor AMG. Now a look at number 146, Franco Albayera from the Mercedes Drivers Development Racing Team lineup. Good luck, Franco. And who's going to be alongside Franco? It's 174. That is Lucas. He's also representing Drift Motor AMG. Good luck, Lucas, as well. He is ready. Promising young drivers. Pre-final for round number 5 of our Tillerson T4 Cup Philippines Series season 2026. From Petron, with Petron Blaze 100, Precision Power Performance, Petron Motorsports. Team members are now being requested to clear as soon as we get these engines started. Shout out to Erlita Yunting. Let's go, Maddie. Madison Riggs starts on the second row, right behind pole position driver Basti Dumlao on the number 148. Yeah, behind Basti 148 is Madison 171. The Basti's on the left side of your screens, and right behind him is Madison, another of our girl racers here. Lights out and away they go. And look at Basti here, urging to be able, urging his weaponry to grant him, give me that permission to run away. Enzo Bautista could try to snatch that number 1 spot. You could see that fluorescent green and black combo on the racing suit of Basti Dumlao. He had a great start to that. And he also has that type of pace to keep this position, number 1 position, going. If you're going to look at the top right of your screens, you're going to see the number of laps he's going to have to do that. Shout outs, by the way, to B Racing Perez. What up? Good luck to Pelina. Selena Suba of VS Racing Motorsports. Shout outs also to Yaki Santa Cruz Natividad. Excited for Enzo Bautista, who's now at position number 2 of Drift Motor AMG. Started at position number 2. He's going to try to get close to Basti Dumlao, that's for sure. He did that yesterday, Saturday. Take a look at the battle. Oh, Selena Suba defending position number 3 over here. Close by is Madison Riggs. Selena versus Madison. VS Racing Motorsports, Selena 150 versus Drift Motor AMG, Madison 171 for a spot inside the top 3. There goes Madison Riggs. Already was able to overtake Selena. So Madison now getting the upgrade. Position number 3 for Madison, 171. Here goes our top 2. P1, Basti Dumlao. P2, Enzo Bautista. Yeah, that's the track layout we're using here today. They go downhill from the back stretch here. And they go for a right-hander to climb up to the chicane sector. Well, they are actually skipping the chicane here for these Bambinos. Onto the main straight they go. Oh, number 150 making a move, making the return to the top 3. Selena Suba. Yeah, autopilot activated. Oh, but wait a minute, a switchback opportunity for Madison Riggs. She returns to the number 3 spot. Selena Suba is going to try to fight back, as you can see here. Selena's pace is around 101.5. Madison Riggs has got better pace, though, with a 101.2. That's why she's right there in the top 3. And Selena's going to have to unleash her other capabilities over here to match the amount of speed of Madison Riggs. There it goes. She's still right there at the tail. Selena on the number 150, putting pressure on Madison Riggs on the number 171. Same goes to Enzo Bautista. Enzo now owns the fastest lap of the race. Enzo 153 is at position 2, getting closer to Basti Dumlao, race leader on the number 148. They are there somewhere in front of this exciting battle as well going on for P3. Madison Riggs, 171 at P3. Selena Suba, 150 at position number 4. She goes non-stop over here, pressurizing Madison Riggs. Selena Suba of VS Racing Motorsport, challenging our Drift Motor AMG driver. Here we go! Sideways goes Madison Riggs, and of course, Selena Suba runs away here with a position number 3 on checkered flag time in just a short while. Final lap of this pre-final happens now. And there goes a look of the action for you. Oh, the replay. And that's how it happened. The pressure by Selena Suba was a bit too much for Madison Riggs to realize. But looking like she was able to rejoin. We'll see. Let's hope Madison was able to rejoin. Looking like she was able to rejoin at position number 6. On to the race lead battle. Bassi Dumlao still holds on to the number 1 spot. He's right there on the number 148 for Drift Motor AMG. Right closely is Enzo Bautista, 153. This is for positions 1 and 2. Race leader 148 is Bassi. With a few turns remain, could there be an opportunity for Enzo Bautista to grab the number 1 spot away from Bassi? But looking like Bassi's going to retain number 1 over here. Checkered flag moment. Oh, photo finish effort by Enzo Bautista. So close on the finish. It's 0.085 of a gap. The win still goes to Bassi Dumlao on that pre-final. Big effort by Enzo Bautista to get close to that number 1 spot. But still it is a strong number 2 finish. And Selena Suba in the top 3. There goes Lucas Bayan. And then Franco Alvera. And there goes Madison Riggs. She was able to rejoin safely. Gets the checkered flag as well for Drift Motor AMG. Top 3 finishers provisionally, Bassi, Enzo, and Selena. Congratulations, promising young drivers. And Yaki Santa Cruz is so impressed with Enzo's efforts there. Anthony Myro rooting for Maddie. And Madison Riggs, picking herself up. You know, that's how you do it. That's how these racers are trained, these young drivers here. Congrats, Bassi Dumlao. P1 leading to the pre-final. Number 1 on checkered flag at the end of this pre-final for round number 5 of the Tillerson T4 Bambinos Tillerson T4 Cup Philippines Series presented by Petron. And fastest lap by Enzo Bautista. Congratulations, Enzo, for owning the fastest lap of that pre-final with also a very impressive second best finish on that pre-final. They shall return for the final one. They'll be back for the final for the T4 Bambino happening at 2:51. Around 3 o'clock, they're going to be back for the final. Race final for round number 5 of the Tillerson T4 Cup Philippines Series in Bambino. We're going to have the lunch break. We're going to let you watch the replay of the morning sessions. And then we'll be back with the live racing action featuring qualifying heat number 2 and featuring also the race finals of this weekend for the Petron Super Karting Series live at the Carmona racetrack. Precision Power Performance, Petron Motorsports, bringing you the Petron Super Karting Series with our Tillerson T4 Cup Philippines Series round number 5 and the Rotax Max Challenge Philippines Series round number 4 with Petron Blaze 100. We will return.
Welcome to the Petron Motorsport Karting Academy. Young, fast, fearless. Do you have what it takes? From top-of-the-line carts and gear